The hardest money you'll ever earn isn't your first paycheck. It's the first money you manage to keep. Most people can earn money. They work, they get paid, they repeat. But keeping money, building the first real cushion, that's where things get difficult. Because the first $10,000 isn't just a number. It's the point where survival starts turning into stability. And that shift is psychological before it's financial. Let's be honest. Saving money today doesn't feel natural. Rent is high, groceries are high, energy is high. Everything seems to absorb whatever you earn. Many people can't even cover a small emergency without debt. So when someone says, just save $10,000, it sounds unrealistic. Disconnected, because modern life is expensive and constant. There's always something, a bill, a repair, a birthday, a subscription, an upgrade everyone else seems to be making. Saving feels like swimming upstream, and that's before psychology even enters the picture. Here's something important. Saving money doesn't feel like gaining something. It feels like losing something. This is called loss aversion. We feel the pain of giving something up more strongly than we feel the pleasure of gaining something equal. So when you put $300 into savings, your brain doesn't celebrate. It notices what you didn't buy. The dinner you skipped, the trip you postponed, the upgrade you delayed. Saving feels like restriction, not progress. And then there's hedonic adaptation. When income rises, spending rises automatically. Not because you're irresponsible, because your brain recalibrates what normal looks like. A higher income doesn't create savings by default. It creates a new lifestyle. Which means saving isn't automatic, it's intentional. And intentional effort is hard when you're already tired. Let's look at the math real quick. If someone saves $300 a month, that's $3,600 a year. It would take nearly 3 years to reach $10,000. 3 years of consistency. 3 years of not quitting. 3 years of life happening in between. And life does happen. A car repair resets progress. A medical expense resets progress. An unexpected move resets progress. It can feel like running on a treadmill. Effort without visible acceleration. And that's why most people stop before they reach that first threshold. Not because they're incapable. Because early progress feels invisible. But here's the part that changes everything. Something psychological happens when you cross that first real savings milestone. Whether it's $5,000 or $10,000, there's a shift. Before savings, every problem feels urgent. Every expense feels threatening. Every decision feels reactive. After savings, problems feel manageable. Decisions feel intentional. Stress decreases. You are not rich, but you're no longer fragile, and that changes how you behave. On this channel, we have talked about the 3 pillars before: earning, saving, and investing. But none of them truly begin until you feel stable enough to think beyond next month. The first $10,000 isn't about luxury, it's about breathing room. Here's something subtle but powerful. Before your first real savings milestone, you feel like someone trying to catch up. After it, you start to feel like someone building. That identity shift matters, because people don't protect money until they believe they are capable of keeping it. Once you reach that first buffer, you become more careful. You become more strategic, more long-term. You don't want to go back. And that's where momentum begins. Saving leads to confidence. Confidence leads to investing. Investing leads to growth. Money doesn't just grow in accounts, it grows in behavior as well. Let's be clear, $10,000 won't make you wealthy. Even invested at reasonable long-term growth rates, it won't change your life overnight. But also, that is not the point. The point is that it proves something to you. It proves that you can operate with discipline. It proves that you can build gradually. It proves that you are not permanently stuck. And once you prove that to yourself once, it becomes easier to prove it again. The first $10,000 is the hardest because it's built entirely on behavior. Everything after that benefits from momentum. The first $10,000 won't make you rich, but it might be the first moment you stop feeling behind. The first moment your decisions aren't driven by panic. The first moment you realize that you're not just surviving anymore. Most of us don't start with investments. We start with catching up, and that's okay, because the hardest money you'll ever earn is the first money you keep. And once you keep it, everything starts to change. I'm the Uneducated Economist. Thanks for watching.